Welcome back to the show, everyone.
Thanks for joining us today.
All right, hello and welcome. So you're aiming for NEET 2026, and yeah, you're probably feeling the pressure, right? Well, you've come to the right place. Today, we're going to break down a super smart, data-driven strategy to get you over that 600-mark goal. And listen, this isn't about burning yourself out. It's about working smarter, not harder. So let's just dive right in.
I mean, does this sound familiar? My syllabus isn't finished. My scores aren't going up. What do I even do? This is like the #1 thing I hear from students. You feel like you're constantly playing catch up, the syllabus looks like a mountain you can't climb, and your scores are just flat. It is so stressful. I totally get it. But here's the thing. What if I told you there's a way, a proven way, to flip that script and turn all that anxiety into straight-up confidence?
Okay, so the secret? It's all about this really powerful principle that you see top performers using everywhere, not just in academics. It's called the 80-20 rule. And trust me, this is about to become your new best friend for NEET prep. This is how we're going to focus our energy to get the biggest bang for our buck. So what on earth is this rule? It's actually super simple. It basically says that a huge chunk of your results, like 80% of them, come from a tiny, focused chunk of your effort. Think about it in terms of NEET. This means that roughly 80% of the questions you'll see on the exam, they're going to come from just 20% of the syllabus. That's a game changer, right? And look at this. This makes it so clear. You see that big purple area on the chart? That's 80% of your marks just waiting for you. And where does it come from? It comes from that little slice, that vital 20% of the syllabus. So instead of trying to do the impossible and master every single page of every book, we're going to get smart. We're going to laser focus on that slice. Okay, but talk is cheap, I know. So let's get into the real numbers. The proof is right here. I've looked at years of data, and I'm going to show you exactly what this strategy can do for you, subject by subject. This isn't some theory. This is your actual blueprint for getting over 600. So, first up, physics. Just by focusing on those key high-yield chapters, you're looking at being able to nail around 32 MCQs. Just like that. That's where we start. Okay, now let's add chemistry to that. We use the exact same strategy, and boom, you're in a position to answer about 40 more MCQs. See how this is adding up? You can almost feel that score climbing. And now for the big one, the heavyweight champion, biology. If you master just the core topics here, you can confidently go after something like 65 questions. This subject right here is where you can seriously rack up the points. So let's add it all up. What does this actually mean for you? It means you've built a foundation for a score of over 550 marks, just from the high-yield stuff. In many states, that's enough to get you into a government college. Just think about that for a second. You create this solid, unshakable base first, and then every other chapter you study is just icing on the cake, pushing you way past that 600-mark goal. All right, enough with the big picture. Let's get into the nitty-gritty. This is your actual hit list, and we're starting with physics. These are the chapters you absolutely have to nail first to build that solid foundation. So take a look at this. This tells you exactly where to put your energy. Magnetism and EMI right at the top, that could be 10 questions. 10! Modern physics is right behind it with 8 or 9. Seriously, these 4 areas you see here, they are the engine of your physics score. If you can master these, you've pretty much cracked the majority of the physics paper. And you know what? Within physics, there's what I call low-hanging fruit. These are the topics that give you the most marks for the least amount of headache. I'm talking about semiconductors, atoms and nuclei, which is a lot of direct formula stuff, and the photoelectric effect. These are almost guaranteed points. Hit these first for some quick wins. It'll be a huge confidence boost. Okay, moving on to chemistry. Let's see how we build on that foundation. We're going to use the exact same SMART approach to find those critical areas that are just packed with marks. Wow, just look at this chart for a second. You can see right away where the action is, can't you? That huge first bar in organic chemistry, that's where you'll find a massive 18 to 20 questions. This chart is basically your treasure map for chemistry. So what does that mean for your study plan? It means that for inorganic, you cannot skip things like chemical bonding and coordination compounds. They're non-negotiable. For organic, it's all about GOC, general organic chemistry. It's the foundation for everything else, so you have to master it. And for physical chemistry, you want to focus your practice on the big 3, electrochemistry, equilibrium, and solutions. All right, and finally, biology. This is it. This is your biggest chance to score huge points. If you focus on the right units here, you can build a lead that's basically untouchable. You know, the numbers here really tell a story. Human physiology and reproduction, that's good for 14 to 15 questions right there. But hey, let me give you a little pro tip. See that first one, diversity? It's worth a massive 16 questions, but it's all memorization. So here's the smart play. Save that one for March, right before the exam. That way it's super fresh in your head when you need it.
So with all this info, where do you even start? It's easy to feel overwhelmed, right? So don't. Start right here. Human physiology, cell biology, and genetics. These are more about concepts. They're the foundation for so much else, and you'll see progress right away. Seriously, master these 3 first, and you'll feel like you can take on anything.
Okay, we've talked about what to do and why it works. Now for the most important part, how to do it. Because all this knowledge is totally useless if you don't act on it. So here's your super simple, super clear plan to get started, like today. It really is this easy. Step 1, pick one subject. That's it. Don't try to juggle all 3 at once. Step 2, in that subject, focus only on the high-yield chapters we just went over, and I mean really master them. And step 3, ride that wave of confidence and momentum you just built and move on to the next subject's hit list. Simple as that.
So, this all comes down to one final, really important question. It's not if you're going to start, it's how. So look back at those lists and make a decision right now. Which high-yield chapter are you going to absolutely conquer first? Your entire journey to 600 plus starts with that single choice.
Want to know the secret to getting into a top MBBS university abroad without breaking the bank? Just type MBBS abroad or study abroad and send us a WhatsApp message right now. Get a free consultation call with our study abroad experts and discover lowest fee universities, NMC approved colleges, complete admission process free. Don't let confusion hold you back. Message MBBS abroad today and start your medical journey. Link in description. Hurry, limited slots available.